Rockstone Triz.
Good morning, America. It is F Word Friday. Yeah! Free up, F it up, fun-filled, fantastic, formaldehyde.
Not formaldehyde.
Not formaldehyde.
And not fentanyl either, because I knew that was coming.
Yes, you know.
No.
Fentanyl. I don't even want to see fentanyl. I don't even want to look at it. You know, like it's one of those drugs that's like, oh, it looked like it would spray up at me and get me in my eye. And
But them fentanyls that they were showing yesterday that we saw in that last drug raid looked like a whole bunch of different flavored now.
Yeah, and I get one of those in my pocket. Oh, I wonder if that is fentanyl.
You gave me one of those.
I did. How'd you feel after?
Fantastic.
Oh, it was fentanyl. Lord,
fentanyl.
that is crazy.
That's
It
awful.
is March 10th.
Can you believe it?
It's almost time. I don't know what it's almost time for. I just know that this.
I don't know. 3 more months. It'll be in June. How about that, though?
I know that's half the year.
Is it three? And that's gonna be here before we know it.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
June,
100%.
the months have been going by quick. After we got through that year of January, the months have been going by.
The year of
The
January.
year of January was rather long.
January was like, I was like, dang, it's been January all year. Jeez.
Tired of January already.
January.
Golly.
Wow.
Every time I look around, it's January.
January. Then we got out of that. February flew by.
It
And
did.
now we're here in March, and March 10th already. March just started the other day. It's crazy.
It did.
How y'all doing?
We be fine. We're fine. Quick check. I'll start today. What I did? Oh, I went home. Oh, we went to Extreme Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Extreme Hip Hop with Aurora.
Yeah.
And that was a good time.
It was. It was a good time.
Did you feel anything after?
Oh, I was tired.
See, that's what it is. Every Thursday after Extreme Hip Hop, the sleep that I receive is quite fantastic.
Oh, it was.
What was the name of the,
slept last night.
You guys, Aurora?
Aurora.
Aurora.
Uh-huh. And she teaches box step. What is it? Box step. What is it called? Box aerobics?
Kickboxing?
No, it's not kickboxing. Step
aerobics.
Oh, step aerobics in extreme hip hop form.
Yeah.
Like the 90s steps?
Yeah,
Like back in the 90s?
like you get on the little step machine and the thing, and you kick up and you do a little something, and left to the board and basic right and jump step and all kind of stuff. Fix a drink Friday. We only got tea today, Mike Nice. We need some
Good.
I haven't
tequila
had a
in
drink
it.
in quite some
We
time.
shouldn't. We should.
Yes.
Next Friday we're gonna have a drink.
We gotta find a liquor store to sponsor us.
Ooh, no one. Our good friends.
One bottle once a week, we'd be all right. Nah, maybe like 2.
Who's nobody? Who's no one?
The fellas on the Saturday morning, we need we need the fellas for the Saturday morning. They'll do a good
a good broadcast.
promo run.
Yes. They sure will.
That'd be nice.
They be lit.
Tea is nice in the morning though. Like when at this time when we do it, we should. It's tea. It's a nice
tea time.
Well,
drink
we can maybe even get some tea sponsorships. Anybody?
love
I
that.
know a
That'd
couple
be
of
nice.
tea people too.
Oh.
Yo, I know mad people.
We gotta start
Yeah,
getting
duh.
some breakfast sponsorships up in here.
I know a couple of breakfast people too.
We gotta start. We gotta start.
Why you can't make us breakfast?
I was thinking about that this
What?
morning. I was like, yo, Sauce is really her own manager.
I will,
She be
though. I will.
managing her own self.
When
Like,
summertime-
can't nobody manage you. You do that yourself.
Shay manages me. Shay's
No,
my boss.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she do.
She keeps your stuff in order, but
yes.
you manage yourself.
I do.
Like, you know, like a manager's job, you do that for yourself.
Yes.
Nobody does that for you.
Because that's what I need, though.
She
I need somebody
organizes
to come and manage me.
But I don't think they could, though. I don't think anybody could do it the way you do it.
But they need to learn. They need to learn. It's a learning experience.
Tell 'em.
My leggings are so. I think I ordered tall leggings. They bunched up down at the bottom around my ankle.
Let me see. What are they like? Joggers?
Look.
Joggers? Maybe that's the style. Maybe that's a new fashion. Are they big in the crutches too?
No, they fit me well.
Oh, see, I
It's
hate.
just the length of the leggings is mad long.
I hate a baggy crotch legging.
Oh,
boy.
that is ugly.
Man,
That's
that
ugly.
is terrible. That hurts me deep.
But it doesn't look
A baggy crotch.
A baggy crotch legging.
I think the young girls wear some kind of scrunch pants.
But I thought the leggings don't get baggy. I thought that was the point of the leggings.
No, well, sometimes you gotta, if you go to Rainbow in them and buy a legging, like it's hit or miss. Sometimes they too small and they hug right around the midsection of your booty. And then sometimes the crotches is very low to your knee.
Yeah.
And you can't run.
No. I've started investing in good black leggings.
Like
so
from
these
where?
These are from Fashion to Figure.
Okay.
So that's a real brand. They're a thick legging. I can't poke holes in them with my nails like how I do with my $3 Primark leggings. But shout out to $3 Primark leggings because they come in good in the winter. You put them on underneath your pants. So
like long johns.
Yeah, like long johns. And then I got good leggings from Macy's too. Some good leggings, but you have to get them on sale because they really be trying to charge you like $27.99 for leggings.
And that's
leggings. No, so these were $9.99 on sale from Fashion to Figure. Very, very nice. But I think that Fashion to Figure is definitely made for taller, plus-sized women because it's just so baggy. It's kind of cute.
And
though.
you're just so short.
I'm a little teapot. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle. Here is my spout.
Sing it.
When I get a steamed out, watch me shout, hey! Tip me over and pour me out.
Better finish the rest of the song, child.
That's my song. That's my theme song.
This is my theme song in the background.
Yeah.
You always make me want to ride a horse or something like that. Like I want to go on a rodeo and do-si-do to this.
Yeah, walk it. Let me see you walk it, baby.
I want to walk it.
I want to go to a good party.
I'm going to go to a good party. When I go on that Uber Soca cruise, I'm going to be bent over the whole time. I'm going to come back.
Y'all always leaving me.
Tristan, you left us for 1 month.
It was a cool month that you
And now you talking about leaving us for 4 months.
No, he said for a year. Oh no, I thought it was
4 months.
Oh,
4 months.
For 4 months, he talking about leaving us. We always leave him.
From
No, but you
December.
definitely should be on this with us. This is
fine,
something
though.
that you we would have loved for you to be a part of.
It's too late.
Yes.
Oh, it's too late. Okay.
I mean, it's not too late. You can still book. Yesterday, I said they
But
released.
I'm gonna get the price she got.
No.
No.
Nope.
They released the DJs yesterday, and at the end of the DJ lineup, they were like, book now. So I think that you can still book.
I will tell you this one time. If it wasn't for this special deal, I would have had zero.
Yeah.
My interest in it would have been absolutely
I had
none.
I understand.
I didn't even plan to go back on
So
it.
how
Period.
much it costs for one person, the Uber cruise?
For one person in general, it's about $2,000.
$25.95 per person.
And that's all everything.
That's
I
the
gotta
boat.
buy the flight. I gotta buy.
You gotta buy your flight,
Uh-huh.
but everything else is included.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. Not bad. And when y'all leaving?
The 9th.
The 9th,
Of what month?
April, next month.
Oh no. Sounded nice.
There are people who are in the groups who are selling, like their people weren't able to go, so they're selling for whatever price.
I already been
But
scammed.
I don't know, because remember one of our friends ended up getting on last minute last year. She bought
Yeah, but how come I can't bring anybody in my room?
because we booked not through the crew, through the charter. We booked through a special. So we can't make any. The charter is not allowing that special. Especially for that price. Like, come on now.
I already got scammed too much in Trinidad, so I ain't trying to buy nobody nothing from
Why
nothing.
was it more than one scam?
It was one big scam,
One-
an
that was one-
$800 one. That was good enough.
That's gigantic.
That's good enough, and I had to come out my pocket and I had to buy another band. So technically, I registered. I could have bought a big mass big costumes. I could have spent $1,600 on the money I spent.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
What?
That's why the cats scam me. I'd be like,
Let me see it first. Send me a feather.
send me the prototype for this one first.
No,
Yeah, $800. That can't be me. Yeah, I would have had to fight. They would have had to. I would have been still be detained in Trinidad.
And I have
US?
I have voice notes from the girl and everything. Boy.
Not
the girl,
TT,
The girl
US.
was the girl. No, US.
You need to send them to
US. How
to the what you call it. So you need to send them to that
Better
Instagram
Business Bureau.
page. Who's that Instagram page that be blowing up all
Uber
the people?
Soca.
Follow Soca.
Follow
Soca.
Soca. Yeah.
First of all, follow Soca. Y'all don't gotta play us like that all the time. Our nice little soca competition was nice. It was nice, and it was giving people opportunity to express their talents.
It was a dance hall competition to soca music.
It wasn't, because how are you supposed, soca music, you can't really have a competition. I don't feel like you have a soca queen. It's just who whined better, ain't it?
Yeah.
And bubble?
Yeah, but whining is not all of that putting your head top and slamming your pooms on the floor.
Yeah. No.
And that's what a lot of it was. And I mean, the girls were talented. Congratulations to you that you can do that. However, that's not soca. That's not wucking. You know, we want to see wucking up and we want to see waistline.
When I went to Barbados and we
coordinated dance.
Went to Barbados and we went to that little shack party that was lit.
Yep.
And it started off very Jamaica.
Yeah.
And then, but after a while, like, them waistlines started rolling and I was like, yo.
Yes.
I love, Bajans do it best. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Bajans roll and walk.
Yes, and that's what I want to see. I want to see walking and whining and bubbling and ting and ting and ting.
Yeah, ting like that.
Yeah, ting
I
like
like
that.
that. Yeah.
Next time they got to hit me up early because I'm going to enter it.
Are you?
I am.
I'm going to enter the building, but I'm not going to enter the contest.
I'm going to put some WD-40 upon my waistline.
You need snake oil.
And then I'm going to get it in, and they're going to be like, damn, Saucy.
That was the girl in the yellow, right?
The girl in the yellow.
The girl in yellow was winding up.
Yeah.
She the one that won?
Yeah.
Show her.
And she's from Haiti.
Uh-huh.
I think she was Haitian because she had a Haitian flag that she kept wrapping around her little head.
Let's see it.
Yes, let's see if we can find some video. It is Free Up Friday, so we hanging out. Y'all come and hang
Chemo
out.
said the girl in the workout shorts had the one.
The girl in the workout show. Shout out to Chemo for doing good footage on that.
I know. I was watching Chemo's live a little bit.
I was definitely watching that. I was like, yep. I like when people go live because then I don't have to go to it. And that's what I don't have to do. Let's see. Okay. Here we go.
Right,
there we go. Boston's first soca queen competition.
And shout out to Chemo, who's always getting her stuff on Fetters Anonymous. You better go, girl.
That's what happens when you an influencer.
I mean, she's Fetters Anonymous, and she gets it on Follow Soca all the time. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so where the girl is?
Here goes
Make it
the
live.
clap.
Ooh, look at that. I can do that.
They were playing the wrong music.
Yeah.
Fire the DJ.
Yeah, I don't.
There was a male in the comments that was quite defensive of this.
What is he saying?
He was like, y'all, this why Boston can't have nothing. We try to do something for y'all for the first time and da-da-da. All right.
I mean,
that must have been the promoter.
Yeah. But yeah, Yellow Shark. Okay.
I just feel
Is she the
like
one that won?
Yeah, I feel like because Stabby was there, they could have played Go Stabby Go.
Oh,
and that probably would have made more sense.
What if these her shorts with little waist beads around the thigh? I like this.
I like that too.
Oh, cute.
That's cute.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Yes, honey.
Head, shoulder,
Oh,
knees,
she should have
and
won.
toe.
Yeah.
I'm a down bucket. Ooh, look at that. That was nice. See, I could do all that.
Mm-hmm.
I could do all that.
That was nice.
And they should have had him whining on Stabby. I feel like Stabby would be a good person to whine with. Stabby, because Stabby. Remember we saw Stabby? He was hanging off the side of the truck.
Yes, he was awesome.
Stabby go pelt race across the room.
Yes.
I told y'all that's how I got my baby's father.
What?
Because I was Go Stabby and Go one time at Unity and he fell in love.
Oh, wow.
Lord.
And that is history now because that's how I had
David, see, if y'all had went that night, y'all would have
we were
reunited.
reunited and it feels so good.
Yeah. All right. Darnell said, don't lie on the show, so.
That's how I met my baby's father. My baby's father. Yeah. It is Friday. We're going to have some good time today. Make sure that you guys get nice and comfortable. Get your tea. And let's start this show.
Trizz. The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM. Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387.
You're listening to Spark FM. Online.
Today is the 10th of March. It is Friday. It's going to be a high of 48 degrees and a low of 33. A mix of clouds and sun in the morning, followed by cloudy skies during the afternoon. Yesterday was beautiful when we left here. Was it yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah.
It was gorgeous. But then about 20 minutes later, it got a little cold.
It went up to yesterday reached highs of 49 degrees.
I saw that. I think that's when we left here. It was sunny and bright and nice and wonderful.
And they say Sunday is supposed to be gorgeous. This
Yep.
was Mr. UPS, who we were outside having a nice conversation with. He told us that Sunday is supposed to be so nice. So I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
Bones said, I have a question for Triz. What is a rock stone? Great question, Bones. Rock stone is foundation. Everything is built on rock on stone,
The
brother.
wise man
Rock
built
stone
his
is
house upon a
foundation.
rock. The wise man built his house upon a rock. See? You see that here?
It's
And in a
foundation, brother.
foundation.
We don't change. We never change. Foundation.
Everything plug in, nothing a plug out. Yes, and we brunching on Sunday. We're only brunching. We're only going to tell people that we brunching on Sunday if we could get in for free.
Sign and put us on a list.
Put us on the list and we'll come and we'll tell them where to go.
Y'all want to know a dope story?
Yes.
Yes.
My first night in Trinidad, right? We were walking. It was a street fete. It had Temper performing, Bungie, Michael Tasia, Fayan. Everybody was out there. And the first thing I saw was a big ass tour bus that said Rockstone on it.
I saw you put that on. I saw you did.
Dope.
It was a
Oh,
sign.
that's
It was out there.
That's why the boy want to live down there right now for the next 4 months.
Exactly. Next thing
He's
you know,
in one
he
truck
gonna be down there driving to a bus.
Yeah, man.
Driving Rockstone tour bus.
Old Tower Road.
The MBTA announces immediate speed restrictions along all subway trolley lines. And yes, he said we're good. So we are at Mojitos on Sunday from 1 to 5 for the best Caribbean brunch in Massachusetts. Since we can get it.
Ever. The best Caribbean brunch
Ever.
ever.
We love that Caribbean
There's going
brunch.
to be food, fun, folly, and other F words.
Lobster King.
And Lobster Kings.
And there's going to be good music.
music.
And we're going to have a good time.
Listen.
See, that's why if y'all just give us things for free, we'll tell everybody everything.
Yeah.
But nobody ever want to swing our way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give us a free mimosa.
Yeah.
We
Some of
love
us are
to
free
drink.
mimosa.
But let's get into the stories. MBTA announces immediate speed restrictions across all subway and trolley lines. What that mean? I can't speed across them no more?
They gotta slow their speed down.
Wait, who?
The MBTA, the trains gotta slow
They
down.
gotta go slower? Bruh, that's terrible. Effective immediately, there is a system-wide subway and trolley speed restriction between 10 and 25 miles per hour on the red, orange, blue, and green lines. What were they going before? And that's the story. That is, go to
This station, Ashmont and Savin Hill. And during an MBTA meeting earlier today, safety officials discussed some immediate safety issues, including priority one track conditions, third rail insulators, electrical access boxes on the right-of-way, and headlight operations within the subway or within the tunnel. Now, I just spoke with a rail safety expert who says he is not surprised at this step that the T has taken tonight. Not clear how long these restrictions are going to be in place. And of course, this will impact the morning commute. We're expecting more information from the MBTA tomorrow morning. We're live at the Ashmont station. John Atwater, WCVB News Center.
Yeah. So I think that's only for the Green Line trains from Ashmont to. Is it the whole?
But what is their speed limit? Like what were they going on before? 30? 25.
10 to 25 miles, red,
That's
orange,
now.
blue, and green. Okay.
I don't want anything to
They
go
were
10
probably
miles
doing like
per hour.
35.
That's
Remember we
speeding.
were what was the man? Remember
Here's
the
an
man
easy
that
cheat code. Get crazy fast internet that's only gonna get faster.
What's that? Oh, I'm like, what's going on?
who did that? The remember we were the black man who was driving the Green Line train and he was driving it too fast. Wasn't he going like 60 miles per hour in the Green Line train? So remember the one that had fell asleep that we were talking about?
Oh yeah, he was.
He was going mad fast
He was doing
on the
something
Green
like that.
Line train.
They say less is more, but we believe.
He was doing something like that. You're right.
Something
Yeah.
It
ridiculous.
was probably like 50.
It was probably
51
like
miles,
30.
something like
Yeah.
Let me see. Why does the Green Line screech like that? People be asking all kind of questions. Jeez, why is the Green Line so loud? How fast is the Orange Line? How long does the MBTA Green Line run? What is the busiest subway? People just be asking all kind. Oh, was that in 2009? That was in 2009.
No. It was.
Oh, this is the guy that fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
T conductor.
That's what you gotta type in. Conductor sleep loss control.
T conductor. Yep. Sleep loss control. Yep.
Find it. He was, works engineer, fell asleep before deadly trail. 30 miles per hour on the
30.
curve.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I told you it was fast like 30.
Fast.
Fast like 30. That's crazy. Let's keep it moving down the line because we got to get to our email bag today. It's a good one. USPS letter carrier robbed while delivering mail in Randolph. Who robs the mailman for what? Bills?
That's not. What's wrong with everybody?
Everybody's losing their effing mind, sis.
They losing it. It's
They
gone.
losing it.
It's
Who
gone.
robs the mail carrier? Like, who does that?
What kind of desperation do you have to be in to rob the mail carrier?
There is a lot of money in the mail, though.
People don't send money in the mail.
People, they tell us not to, and I think that is a mental thing that we shouldn't send it. But I know people be sending money in the mail.
Like dollars?
Yeah, like wrap it up, put it in a card, get a little $57 or
People
something
that
for your
miss
57th
weddings,
birthday.
little birthday
Yeah.
gifts. Oh,
They
no.
wrap it in some paper to try to hide it from try to not make it feel like money. But if it's a card or something, you could probably expect some type of check or money order or something.
I'm very
in there.
curious to go to this story.
Go to it.
All right.
Look at him robbing him.
Let's go.
They have video?
Here's
Yeah.
the clam.
These blue mailboxes in town.
He's a nice guy. He cares about, the people in his route.
Concern tonight for a mail carrier in Randolph after he became the latest victim of what's becoming a more common crime. Investigators are now looking for this man.
That man was running.
Robbing the mailman on Canton Street Wednesday. Workers say he stole a universal key that can open blue mailboxes throughout town.
It makes me wonder if somebody's been keeping an eye on him to figure out his schedule to attack him.
In January, a mail carrier in Peabody was assaulted and a postal worker was robbed in Melrose last December. In both cases, the suspects are also accused of stealing universal keys, giving them access to checks in the mail that can be reprinted and cashed.
They're looking to get into the boxes. They were also stealing the truck keys to get to the mail in the trucks.
The National Association of Letter Carriers is concerned about the troubling trend, putting workers in danger. But with home surveillance systems also growing in popularity, many suspects aren't on the run for long.
He's on the run,
He
though.
is a criminal, and you need to pay for your actions.
Yeah, Grandpa's right. The tax returns are starting to come out.
Oh.
So they're stealing people's tax returns and then reprinting them.
Oh, I gotta find my tax.
That's interesting, though. Do you think mail carriers should maybe carry some mace or something?
I thought that they did carry
Yeah.
mace or pepper spray or something. Don't they need to carry it so the dogs don't attack them?
I don't know. Let's call Sylvan.
I
Yeah,
know.
let's call. No, he don't work there anymore, does he?
But you would know.
He would know, yes.
I don't think Sylvan. I don't think he had a problem with these people.
They don't look like somebody that they would mess with.
Yeah.
Someone looks like he stays strapped up.
Yeah, he looks mean. He's the nicest, sweetest man. But he looks mean. But what this black boy doing out there? Where's this Peabody?
Yes.
Out there? What you doing
No,
out there?
that was a couple in Peabody and one in Melrose and everything like that. Because that's
Oh,
where
they
all
carry
them-
dog
That's where the
spray.
money is.
No, they need to carry people spray. A
They
little
carry dog
mace.
spray.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I do need to do my taxes. I would like to do that before we go away because I want to sky glide and banana boat.
This story is absolutely interesting.
Tell us.
LaSalle University student working at Burlington Mall store scams $500,000. Shorty was able to buy a Tesla, a trip to Hawaii, and police say many more items. She's a full 19 years old.
19? She looks like a little baby.
She looks like a small child. A LaSalle University student who scammed more than $500,000 from a Massachusetts mall jewelry store where she worked spent thousands of dollars on a Tesla, Louis Vuitton items, and a lavish trip to Hawaii, police allege. Police were called February 22nd to Lovisa, a jewelry store in the Burlington Mall, for a report of a credit card machine breach.
Or with the highest priced item
at
was
the register on 3 dates
Police
in February.
say she did
had
thousands in
prices
markups, and she was able to
increase, and the cost of the item was refunded to a credit card belonging to the 19-year-old Ariel Foster.
And that's where
of
she
Boston.
messed up.
Yep, you don't send it to your own.
Set
To
up
your
a
own
red
name.
flag,
Look at
according
this,
to
Jesse.
police.
Greed took over.
Burlington police say one day she rang $1 million in sales and likely forgot to transfer it out. Police say ringing items from the store shelf for thousands more than the ticketed price without any customer purchase turned into a credit card scheme that helped the 19-year-old rack up $547,000.
Items were just marked up to higher prices, and then the return was made on the difference in those monies. So from what I've read through the investigation, it wasn't specific victims, it was more the store.
Police say her crime spree that started February 2nd turned into a shopping spree that included this new Tesla.
She took a trip with some other people out to Hawaii, obviously through Delta Airlines, I believe, and stayed at 5-star hotels and spent some money while she was out there.
Ariel Foster could face 5 years in state prison if convicted of felony larceny. Police are seizing bank accounts and have located that Tesla.
I'm not sure if it can be returned. My understanding is she did drive it. LaSalle University Police Department officers were able to confirm that a red Tesla had been on campus over the past couple of weeks that I believe they've attributed to her.
She ain't gonna get no time.
A LaSalle spokesperson says she is still enrolled
And then
while
we're
they
gonna have her on
investigate.
Spark FM in
Police say
5
they don't
years' time.
believe that they're looking for anyone else, but this is still an active investigation.
Rondella, you don't
Live at the
never wanna
Burlington
do
Police
nothing better
Department, Rondella Richardson, WCVB News.
For some reason, I feel like she's not.
She's gonna get some time.
I feel like she's gonna, because if we think about, like, if I use Ayana Bean, like, she didn't go away the first time. They gave her a low probation, and she went back and did it again, and that's where she got time.
Yeah, but
This is her first time.
Yana Bean's first time wasn't as much as this little child either, though. And this little child was this is a $500,000 plus that this little girl stole, and she did it. Maybe Yana Bean did it in a way where it wasn't so silly. This girl was directly returning the money onto a credit card with her
Yana said
name.
she was cashing it into her bank account.
Oh, she did say that. She did say that. I don't know. This little, she's gonna get some time. I think she's definitely gonna get some time in the feds.
I think 5 years of probation.
They said she spent $20,000 at a hotel in Hawaii.
So I was trying to figure out what, but then they said that with some friends, so she probably paid for all of their things.
Yeah, $6,000 she spent an airline ticket, so they all flew first class.
She got $500,000.
And then she spent, but she only spent $5,000 at the Louis Vuitton store.
That's what I don't understand. Why
That's
wouldn't
one
you,
bag.
Why wouldn't you spend more of that?
I know.
That's weird. That's where I felt it was weird. I also think that she's a child.
Yeah.
And her frontal lobe has not even connected yet.
Yeah.
So I do feel like maybe, it does sound very stupid, and it sounds very immature.
Yeah.
Like, you steal all this money and then you do the exact stereotypical thing that you do.
Yeah.
You go buy a new car, a purse, and take a vacation.
Shoot, if she was following Franklin, she would have
none
flipped
of
that
that
money
money
and had
out.
about three times more.
She
would
have started an LLC and a trust and ran that through it.
Exactly. And launder your money that way. That way it's clean. They can't take that stuff from you.
Hello.
And even if you do get locked up, you still have that. But
I would have
she's a
opened a
baby.
whole car wash business.
Listen,
Lock up
Can't
the-
say
a
nothing to
laundry.
me.
I would open the laundry.
The laundry.
A
Or a
laundromat.
casino on the water.
No, you got to open up things that are long lasting. Open up a funeral home. That's always going to be in business.
And that's a good way to transport your drugs.
Listen, put it right up underneath the dead bodies.
Or cut them open and put it in their chest cavity.
They may not lock her up. She may get they might put her under probation. But if she messes that up, they're gonna lock her ass up.
Yeah. That's I don't think that she's gonna just go scot-free. I do think that she's gonna be on probation and probably an ankle monitor and home arrest.
Schneider said Swiss banks can't be reclaimed by the State Department.
See, she should have opened a Swiss bank account and have the returned money gone into the Swift credit card bank account thing that had a different name, had her grandmother Latrell's name on it.
Offshore account in Antigua, like the other people did the other day.
Yes.
A casino on the water is called a cruise ship.
See, I would get one of those. I would definitely get a party boat. Like immediately, I would go down to Rose Wharf, and which one of these y'all got for sale? I got all this stolen money right here. Which one y'all want me to have?
I want that open one that we used to have. That's the one that I want.
Me too. Where did that go?
I got a phone call the other day. Bone said he's gonna open a public restroom on the main road. You ever have to pee on Blue?
Oh, that's lit.
I got a call the other
That's
day,
cool.
yesterday, from somebody asking me if I was home because they had to pee.
No, that's true. I've stopped at many a people's house like, yo, I just really need to pee.
That's how I met a stranger one time. I went to go pee in his yard, and he was like, don't pee in my yard. Just come in the house and pee. Please. And I was like, thank you, sir.
He could have killed you.
He could have killed me. But we knew him. He's Jamal. Mark's cousin, Jamal.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, please don't pee in my yard.
Damn,
Come
Monica,
inside
damn.
and pee. Oh, no, don't tell me Monica's back in the news.
Feds issue new indictment against Boston activist Monica Cannon Grant husband on fraud charges. These people can't get a break.
Oh, no. Send me that article so I can send it to my friend Umbilica.
The widespread federal fraud case against violence in Boston founder Monica Cannon Grant and her husband Clark Grant returned to federal court on Thursday in a 27-count superseding indictment charging additional schemes to defraud the city of Boston. Cannon Grant and her husband originally charged with 18 fraud-related counts that hinged on 3 distinct conspiracy allegations. The first is the misuse of donations to the couple's charity Violence in Boston for personal use. The second is the misuse of public funds, including the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. And the third is alleged fraud related to the mortgage on the couple's Taunton home. Specifically from 2017 through the lease 2020, it is alleged that Cannon Grant exercised exclusive control over VIB financial accounts and diverted VIB money to themselves through cash withdrawals, cash checks, debit purchases, and transfers to their personal bank account. Technically, I think you're supposed to do it that way. The new wire fraud charges center on alleged schemes to obtain and utilize pandemic assistance funds from the Boston Resiliency Fund for purposes not disclosed to the city, including for their own personal benefit, as well as to fraudulently obtain rental assistance payments from Boston Housing Stability. This is a very long article, and I'm not going to continue to read it. The feds allege that the defendants received nearly $54,000 in pandemic relief funds into the charity's bank account. They withdrew about $30,000 of that and kept much of it for themselves. They're also alleged to have used VIB funds to pay their auto loan and auto insurance bills. The pair now faces a total of 27 fraud-related counts in a new indictment issued Thursday.
27 additional?
No, 27 in total.
27.
Oh.
16 counts were okay, so hold on. So 3 counts of wire fraud conspiracy, 1 count of conspiracy, 1 count of mail fraud, aiding and abetting, 16 counts of wire fraud, aiding and abetting, 1 count making false statements to a mortgage lending business, aiding and abetting, 2 counts filing false tax returns, 2 counts failure to file tax returns, and alleged allegations of both wire and mail fraud, forfeiture, mortgage fraud, forfeiture, and 2 turtle doves. That's terrible. They could face up to 20 years in prison.
20 years in prison.
Yeah, they're probably gonna get sentenced to like 5 years. I don't know.
You think?
Oh, it's more than that. The charge of conspiracy provides for a sentence of up to 5 years in prison and $250,000. The charges of wire fraud each provide a sentence of up to 20 years in prison and up to $250,000 fine. The charge of making false statements to the mortgage lending business provides for a sentence of up to 30 years in prison and a fine of $1 million. We might have to get Monica in here.
I don't think we can. She's under the jail.
No, she's not. She's out doing speeches in Billerica.
Oh, she's out on bail.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was ever on bail. Was she on bail? Let's listen to what she have to say there.
Violence in Boston are accused of trying to obtain rental assistance and pandemic relief cash from the city of Boston. The pair is also accused of trying to defraud the State Department of unemployment assistance.
I feel like I'm actually going to try to get her in here because I feel like her story should be told. Maybe from that perspective. We're reading from the perspective of the white news channels. And sometimes they could fabricate something, sometimes a lot. This is why Donald Trump calls them the fake news. And as a MAGA, I don't even know what
if she's been indicted, that doesn't mean arrested?
No.
That just means she's charged.
Yeah.
Oh.
Arrested is mean arrested.
But
I don't know. Jesus, Lord, that's a lot of money.
To get charged, don't they gotta arrest you?
Well, they arrested her at first.
Yeah.
And then they brought her in, but then you get released. So, yeah, so she's probably out on bail.
Out on your own recognizance.
Recognizance. Long COVID associated with significantly increased risk of death, health, heart, and lung problems. We know that already because we've been told that. That's why we got this nice vaccine going through our body. Boston community faith leaders discuss concerns about string of violence, call for the city to help. What does that mean? What do they want to do? What do the Boston faith leaders want to happen besides the curfew? So leaders have been sounding the alarm in recent weeks, with some criticizing city officials and pushing for change. Leaders have also continued to meet, focus on expressing concerns and finding solutions. Speaking this week, Reverend Kevin Peterson of the New Democracy Coalition said Boston is facing a triangle of death, impacting its Dorchester, Mattapan, and Roxbury neighborhoods. The Black Community Coalition member said remains in a state of trauma in relation to this ongoing violence. We would be more functional city if we could have regular engagement with law enforcement in order to address problems like this. If we're having a death per week, we have a problem. Several community leaders previously spoke out in late February. Among them, Reverend Eugene Rivers specifically spotlighted Mayor Michelle Wu. We need a new mayor because this is a disgrace, and she's ducking and dodging the issue. The city of Boston issued a statement following comments last month. Senior officials, the city said, respond on scene following serious acts of violence with the goal of connecting individuals impacted with various resources. Each and every day, the city is working closely alongside our public safety officials and neighborhood partners to intervene before violence occurs. How? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. What do they want her to do?
Forest in Dorchester. With more on the story tonight, Lisa.
Jadiana, after what's been a string of violence here in Boston, community and faith leaders coming together to discuss what can be done about it. And today, they released their findings so far. After what's been, again, a string of violence, there's also been a series of meetings focused on expressing concerns surrounding the uptick in violence and finding solutions. The New Democracy Coalition, led by Reverend Kevin Peterson, believes there is a triangle of death and homicide, which the group has identified as Dorchester, Mattapan, and Roxbury. And they feel the Black community remains in a state of trauma in relation to this ongoing violence.
Over the last 8 weeks of this year, there have been 8 murders. Most of those murders have taken place within this triangle of death. And we would be a better city, we would be a more functional city if we could have a regular engagement with law enforcement in order to address problems like this. We're headed towards breaking last year's record in terms of homicides in this city. If we're having a death per week, we have a problem.
As the group works towards finding these solutions, they're also calling on the city. They say they need more answers and data and help from the city, and they'd also like to see police win over community trust. Reporting live in Dorchester, Lisa Greshey, 7 News.
Is there any actionable steps that they want them to take?
What do they want her to do?
Yeah.
Why do
I feel like we need a new mayor after 1 year of mayorism. I don't know if that is what we should be calling for. I'm not sure.
Maybe that's just
like I just don't know what they want to do. Like I feel like something definitely needs to be done, but saying that things need to be done and saying that we are having these issues and we want to have more, relationships with the police, and then do what? Where do you want them to go? Where do you think they should be positioned? Should there be a cruiser on every, street? Should they be more patrolmen? Like, say what it is that you actually want, and then
should there be more programs for these kids?
Right.
It's not even the kids that are the kids are a problem, but it's the adults. We are reading about 36-year-olds and 52-year-olds and 48-year-olds doing it.
Yeah.
So the kids need programs. The kids are going to get programs, and we know that that's a soft spot in everybody's heart. But what are we doing to address the actual violence that is happening here now?
Yeah, because even like you said, it's definitely an adult problem, and we definitely need to concentrate on prevention. So I see what you're saying too, Triz. I just don't like that we need a new mayor, whatever. And not that I'm caping for Michelle. It's just that, like, come up with an action plan and then present that to her, and then maybe that can go through. But you can't just be looking to this one woman to
solve everything.
You get a million new mayors, it's still going to be the same.
Yeah, because if we're not addressing and if we're not collectively putting together ideas instead of overstating what the problem is, like we know the problem is. We know that we need resources into the community. We need better jobs. We need better housing. We need free food. So what are we proposing that they do if we need more police patrolmen on the street? Then say that and stop saying, oh, this is the triangle of death. We know it is.
Right.
What are we going to do about it?
Exactly.
Are you guys inviting people into your church to sleep? Like, are you giving them jobs in the clerk's office?
Providing
like,
food.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
What do you want her to do?
Right.
I don't know. It's crazy. Walk the streets more, get to know the neighborhood and neighbors, go to more community centers, engagements with people.
Police don't want to know us.
What they want is the cops to occupy black neighborhoods 24/7.
That's what the religious leaders want? Is that what they're calling
That's
for?
what Zion is saying. Janice said folks need to start policing their communities, bring back the neighborhood. Speak on it, Janet. And like those are the things that the church should be. I don't think the church should be looking so much at the legal system and the government. I feel like the church should be holding things to make communities accountable for their communities.
Yeah.
Like, stop being scared. Yeah. Put together a little neighborhood watch. Y'all all get ring lights or something like that, or ring bells, and have the patrol the city or what. I don't know.
Right, that's what it's saying. Right to the ring doorbell people and let them know what's going on in our city, and suggest that they donate them to everybody on your block or something like that.
Since nobody don't want to say nothing, you don't got to say nothing. Just turn over the tape.
Right.
Honestly, when summertime is about to come, springtime is about to come, we need to start seeing these cops inside of the basketball courts.
Yeah.
They need to be sitting, watching the kids play the basketball, asking the kids, playing basketball with the kids. You know what I mean? Like, they need to be visible. But at the soccer field games, all these, not really, no.
I feel like there's police presence at these basketball games and things, but it's more of an intimidation tactic than it is like we're being protected.
Right.
So
or patrolling. They're just patrolling, sitting there making
I feel like they be out there with the ice cream trucks, and they be walking around like Nora Baston or something like that. Her and her crew is at every game, at every community center, literally playing with the kids in pitches and taking pictures and walking up to them. There are some community policing going on, and I don't think that we give them people more credit, but we do need more. But there is a lot of cops that are out here that are doing exactly that with the kids.
Well,
again, I don't believe that. I don't believe that it's the kids that we are literally having to worry about right now. I just don't believe this. The teenagers.
It's both of them. It's both.
It is. But I think that where the prevention needs to come at is with these adults who don't have access to a bunch of children programs to go play soccer and volleyball at ADSL all the time. They need jobs. They need to get off the street. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't want them. Yes, it's good to play with the kids, but go hang out with the adults and talk to them on their porch. Like, I don't know.
Do the same thing, both.
I don't know. I don't know.
Community engagement as a whole. Y'all got to go out there and get involved with your community. Know your community and get involved.
Yeah, Janet. Folks don't talk to their neighbors no more. Folks are afraid. Yeah.
These religious leaders need to have some more, like the church I think that the church used to hold a lot of people accountable, or back in the day, people, that was a foundation that everybody had. And I think that it's not anymore. And these religious leaders, we mostly see them come out to talk about violent acts. Y'all need to be coming out to talk about other things and inviting people into your church for whatever, to participate in events or something like that.
Sidewalk church.
Yeah, like do something like that. The church can do more than just talk about it.
Or maybe
Be about it.
maybe the church should just do stuff outside of the church.
That's what I'm saying.
Community
events to make these people welcome, and do it in those areas. This triangle, the H block, whatever that is. Have these big community events that these people feel like they're welcome to come to.
Invite the children and their parents so that everybody's holistically know, oh, that's my policeman. If I got a thing, I can maybe send them a text message or whatever. It just sucks that we keep on complaining about about the problem, and there seems to just be no. Everybody want to have a town meeting.
Passes come out all the time. How come it's always Eugene Rivers in the next generation?
And the glasses man.
Yeah.
What is even his name?
Is he from 12 Baptist? No, he's not the 12 Baptist.
Eugene Rivers used to have gang peace, right?
Yeah. Eugene Rivers was out there a lot. But I feel like this other one with the glasses is taking over for Eugene Rivers.
They got to talk to who the people that the 1 hour. What they call it, the 1 hour folks, they go up, the 10,000 strong.
Yep.
Talk with them.
Yeah.
Have them, help them recruit, give them resources and funding and money and things so that they can start coming outside for more than an hour.
Right.
They need things.
Yeah.
They need things.
They need resources.
I'm sad. Oh, Boston. Oh, my Boston. And ex-NFL star Calvin Johnson Jr. to open cannabis dispensary in Boston. Of course, that's what they all do.
Who is he? I don't know who he is.
Is he cute? Is he married? Is he black? Oh, he's black. Michigan-based cannabis company is expanding. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me, and I'm not going to read the story because I'm upset. The people in Boston are having a hard time opening up their dispensaries, and we're letting people from Michigan come over here and expand their brand into Boston for what?
Celebrity and money.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
Primitive, a cannabis company founded by Pro Football Hall of Famer Calvin Johnson Jr. and a pair of his former teammates, is set to expand to Boston, according to release from the company. The company announced that it will open a wellness-based cannabis dispensary on High Street in Boston. I know there's High Street.
Downtown.
Oh, security on High. Oh, is that the first? That's not the first one downtown. Oh no, there's many downtowns.
And
Apex and then
the one, the big green one on the corner.
What's that one called? Isn't that one called like Cannabis? Cannabis or something like that. It's cool. It's a great name. This collaboration is something we have been cultivating as a team for the past couple of years, and we couldn't be more excited to see it become a reality. I have known Gosder Shillerlitas since our days in the league as members of the Detroit Lions, and we've been brothers in arms ever since. Being able to collaborate on this new Boston-based dispensary with Goals and his group is special for us. I'm not with it. I don't want it.
Yeah, I think it's again, it's celebrity and it's money, and they have the money.
And what's the point? What's the point of having all of these equity coalitions and stuff like
that's
that
what I was gonna
if
say.
they are not? If they are not,
we will see if this opens up. In fact, we will see if this
they said it's supposed to open soon. They haven't given a direct date, but
we will see if this in fact opens up, because Boston kind of has issues with this itself when you have people in the community that hasn't opened up. So,
but that's what I'm saying. I think that is just so unfair if it does pass, because nobody from any other state should be coming here to expand their cannabis dispensary when the people that are here cannot do it.
There's been other companies that have tried to do the same thing, and they've been put on hold. They've been just
from
put
outside
on pause.
From outside of Boston.
Yeah, and they're still on pause right now. So I don't see this happening right now. I think this is going to be.
I want them to put a stop to even thinking that they can come here and do it until our social equity participants and people that are trying to open their dispensaries get the resources and things that they need. Boston got to stop shucking and jiving for stupidness. We got too much celebrities and stuff here already that we don't need somebody from Detroit coming down here into Boston. Make them little smart boys or Tatum or something open one of them if they want a celebrity.
And then can they open them? They can't open no.
They can't get high off their own supply.
No. And then there's another story that Matt Damon and Casey Affleck are filming a movie at an iconic North End bakery this month.
Is that one of the ones is it a white male-owned Italian bakery? Because who don't like them?
Of course it is. The Instigator, starring Matt Damon and Casey Affleck, is going to be filming. What is the name of it? Get your cannoli fix now before it's too late. So it's probably at Mike's Pastry. We saw Ben and them at Medford Dunkin' Donut. And now they're filming The Instigators, an upcoming crime drama. It's been directed. It's going to be filming.
I'd rather the Wahlburgers come over here and make a dispensary than somebody from Detroit.
I know.
They still thinking about the dispensary.
I'm mad about it, Tristan. I'm mad about it. Mad about it.
It doesn't say where they're going to be filming, though. Bova's. Okay, so Bova's is the bakery that they're going to be filming at. So that's so go down there and be extra in that movie. Bova's in the North End. It's a bakery in the North End, so they're going to be filming next week.
You want to go get a cannoli?
I love cannolis.
You guys like cannolis?
I do like cannolis.
I saw cannolis in the movie Pokio with Jonathan Taylor Thomas back in the day. It looked nice, but it looked nice and it's obnoxious. Anything that big and
well, they're not always that big. Those were probably just big, but they're not big like that. Cannoli is delicious. It's a crispy pastry and it's filled with cream or custard or whatever like that, and then they put pistachios on the side or they put little chocolate chips on. It's so nice. I love it. I love food.
Let's go to a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Yes.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. Turn it on. Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
How healthy is your heart? Believe it or not, half of the country has at least one risk factor for cardiovascular disease. Hi, I'm Senator Liz Miranda from Massachusetts. February is American Heart Month, a perfect time to focus on our overall health and well-being. It is important to know that high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and smoking increase the risk of heart disease. But did you know women, rural Americans, and racial and ethnic groups are also disproportionately impacted? While not all of these factors are controllable, we can take preventable steps to stay healthy. Regular exercise, eating a balanced diet, and not smoking are a good place to start. Make an appointment with your healthcare provider today to assess your risk. If you have heart disease, monitor your blood pressure and keep up with your healthcare visits. For more, visit womeningovernment.org.
The Caribbean Foundation of Boston presents the 38th Annual Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Appreciation Awards Banquet on Sunday, April 2nd with music by Tempo International Rhythm and Steel. Yours truly, Janet Joe Johnson, to step into culture dances, and much, much more. Sunday, April 2nd at the Thelma Burns Building, 575 Warren Street in Dorchester. Tickets now on sale, 617-444 617-445-1228. That's 617-445-1228. Come celebrate the 38th annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Appreciation Awards Banquet at the Thelma Burns Building, 575 Warren Street in Dorchester. Log on to CaribbeanFoundation.net for more information. Your MC for the evening, City Councilor Brian Worrell. Join us April 2nd for the 38th annual Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Appreciation Awards Banquet, brought to you by the Caribbean Foundation of Boston.
The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM. Come on. Spark FM.
Y'all, sugar man be ballin'. Leave chicks pigeon toed. Some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh, it's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
I didn't see lay my hair on the nane, Miss Jolie, Saucy and Friends on Spark FM Online. Why you cut me off, Tristan? You like that, huh?
Yeesh.
Jolene, are your mango sweet? Miss Jolene, are your mango sweet? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you got for us, Miss Tony?
Well, update on this cartel business.
Listen.
The cartel suspected of American kidnapping issues an alleged apology letter.
Do they do that at the cartel?
Girl, listen, I don't know about these things. I don't know.
If it was Teresa Mendoza, she probably would have done that.
Yeah, you think she would have apologized? I also saw an article yesterday that was talking about the criminal backgrounds of the 4 individuals that were kidnapped.
Really?
Yes, girl, I was reading about the things. I'm waiting for the story to load. That's why I'm trying to talk while this is happening.
Who is
but
this
it's not
girl?
really going on very much. What girl? Tell me who you're seeing.
Oh, a friend of the Americans kidnapped in Mexico recounts the moments that you got that on there? Is it that one?
I'm just waiting for it to load.
Oh,
Yeah, the cartel suspected of American kidnappings has issued an apology letter. The cartel believed responsible for the armed kidnapping last week that killed 2 American tourists and a Mexican woman in Matamoros, Mexico, issued an apology letter and handed over 5 of their members to local authorities, according to images circulating online and a version of the letter obtained by CNN.
We're going to hear from one of their friends right now.
What are you doing right now?
It's hard. I'm trying one day at a time. It's a lot to process.
So you were the first to actually alert authorities in Brownsville about that your friends were missing or hadn't made it back. Can you let's just start by telling us about why you and your friends were planning to go to Mexico?
Latavia's my best friend. She hit me up and asked me to join her to accompany her in a trip to Brownsville, Texas for cosmetic surgery.
And
we began the road trip. We left out on Thursday and traveled to Texas. Once I got there, I was then informed that her procedure was being done across the border. In that event, we were just arriving in Brownsville, Texas at Studio 6, and I didn't have proper identification, so I couldn't join her to go across to the border, which left me back at the hotel.
So because you didn't know you'd be
you
didn't know you'd be going out of the country, you didn't know you'd be going to Mexico, you didn't bring ID with you. Did you travel with her and the others to Brownsville, or did you meet them there?
No, we all traveled together. Okay. It was a road trip.
So did you have any idea about threats down in Matamoros or what it was like across the border? Or did Latavia?
No, sir, not at all. Not to my knowledge. I'm assuming that she didn't know because I know her. Like, she's not gonna travel to danger.
We can't.
Yeah. Like LaWanda said, this is crazy. Why are they interviewing her? Why? Like,
of all the people in the entire glomosphere,
yeah,
that
And she doesn't make the stories any more credible about why they were going. Why would you travel with them from South Carolina to Texas? You knew she was getting a procedure. You didn't know until you got to Texas that you found out that she was going to be going to Mexico for the procedure. Doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, the source told CNN the investigators believe the letter to be authentic. The Gulf Cartel apologizes to the Society of Matamoros, the relatives of Mrs. Areli, and the affected American people and families. Reads the handwritten letter referring to a Mexican woman who was also killed in the shootout. The bodies of the 2 Americans killed in the kidnapping were delivered Thursday to U.S. diplomatic authorities, according to a Mexican official. 2 other American tourists survived a kidnapping. In one of the photos posted online, 5 men can be seen laying face down and restrained on the pavement with their shirts pulled over their faces. Uniformed authorities are seen standing over them. The Gulf Cartel Scorpion Group strongly condemns the events of last Friday. The letter continues, referring to division of the cartel. For this reason, we decided to hand over those directly involved and responsible for the act, who at all times acted under their own determination and indiscipline against the rules in which the Gulf Cartel always operates.
The Gulf Cartel is just cool with just calling themselves the Gulf Cartel.
I don't know, but Pastor Troy just said, the cartel have a PR firm?
That's what I'm saying. They got and then they writing, I don't feel writing handwritten letters. They don't got an email.
Right, handwritten. Why, to make it more personal? What is that? To give a personal flair to it? They spray it with a little perfume? What the hell is that?
Stick it on one of their backs after you tie them up and send them out into the field? Like, it seems very courteous of the cartel to do such a thing.
Oh, well, they say here that it is common for Mexican cartels, especially in the northeast of the country, to release messages to the authorities or rival groups in the aftermath of high-profile incidents, according to Guadalupe Correa Carrera, a professor at George Mason University who studies the cartels.
That's awesome. Yeah. I want to study the cartels because they sound like a very professional group of people.
Yeah. The official who confirmed the apparent legitimacy of the letter said that Mexican and U.S. law enforcement officials investigating the kidnapping strongly doubt the sincerity of the group's apology, but they suspect.
I wouldn't doubt that.
But they suspect that the apology was issued after the attack brought considerable public attention and scrutiny onto the actions of the cartel.
I killed 2 and I'm going to give you 5. That seems pretty honorable to me.
Yeah, they killed 2. They kidnapped 4. The other guy is shot up in the legs. And so they were like, no, we do not. This is
condone this type of unnecessary.
This is not how we behave.
Unnecessary violence. We are a very organized and professional group of drug dealers, and no.
Yeah.
That will not stand here. That's the kind of tightness you need to have in your organization.
That is a reputable organization.
I'm about to give 5 of y'all up right now.
For what?
I don't know. I'm about to pick them out of the hat. 5 of y'all got to go to. I'm going to tie y'all up and send you outside.
Yeah. This story, there's pieces of this story that need to come out because we deserve to know what really is going on here. And it's not. And
I don't want to
The math ain't mathing.
I don't want to judge people. And that's all I'm going to say. Because, I don't know, before you go and have somebody or something cut open your whole entire body, you've got to know where you're going. You got to know who's going to do it. You got to know where it is. All of the things you got to know, because I'm not going to get to Texas thinking I'm going to get it there and then be like, oh, no, you got to cross the border real quick.
Yeah.
Then you could get it and then you could come back across the border and then drive again 27 hours back to your house with your belly torn up.
Yeah, no.
No. And I don't feel like they seem like the type that should be spending their money on tummy tucks.
Yeah.
When they have, I think they do, mouth procedures down there too.
No, you know where you got to go to Turkey to get your teeth done.
Really?
Yes.
And you got to go to Turkey to get your hair
transplant.
Oh, yeah. That's why Auntie Iris keep on trying to send me to Turkey.
Yeah.
It's only $2,000.
Yeah.
$6,000 for the hair implant.
No, she said $2,000.
She
just had somebody come from down there and they said it was only $2,000 and his hair's growing back good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know somebody that's going to Turkey next month to get his teeth done.
Really? I want to go.
That's where you get the teeth done too. Yeah. That's where you get the teeth done.
Yeah.
I want to go to Turkey to get
My next
Girl,
vacation.
you gotta get out all your teeth.
My next
in your
vacation,
hair.
y'all gonna see me come
What do you
back
do
with a
in
full head of
Turkey?
I
hair.
don't know. Sahira said when she went to Turkey, she was seeing all of these men with bandages on their head all the time. And she was like, so she finally went up to one guy, a black guy, and was like, hey, what's going on? You know, why? And he was like, oh, that's big business out here. Is this hair transplant,
Hell
whatever?
yeah.
And they had a Thanksgiving special where it was like dumb cheap to get your hair transplant done.
Yeah.
Let me see something. Let me see.
That's good.
You don't got no donor hairs. They gonna have to take it out of your beard.
Then you're not gonna have no beard. You're gonna have a full head of hair with no
They gonna
beard.
take it from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take it from the back too.
You
But
don't
do
got
you
that in the
grow-
back.
are
They
you
take it
growing?
from the back and then they go put it to the top.
So you'll have to grow out your hair
Yes.
for them to take it.
Whatever it takes.
Yep.
You're gonna have a sweet little comb over.
Whatever it takes.
From the
let's go.
back. And then swirl it. And then you put it like, you bring it up like this. And then you
Just
swirl
slick it down like Tito Jackson with a little lard. Has to wave it out. That's
gonna be
sexy.
cute. Triz, then Tristan's gonna be like, oh, that's cute. And just leave it like that.
I'm different.
A judge uses slavery law to rule frozen embryos are property. That's interesting. We don't want to get into that? No? All right, let's not. Harriet Tubman Monument unveiled in Newark replaces the Columbus statue. That is very, very nice. We have a nice Harriet Tubman monument here in the South End as well. If you want to bring up the pictures and show that of this Harriet Tubman monument. The monument includes an audio narration by Newark native Queen Latifah.
Yes, Queen.
Nice. A new monument honoring Underground Railroad conductor Harriet Tubman was unveiled Thursday in downtown Newark. Shadow of a face sits in the town's newly created Arts and Education District, replacing a statue of Christopher Columbus. Newark Mayor Ras Baraka, I like that name, Ras Baraka. Ras Baraka, he sounds like a Hotep, told ABC News that amid citizens across the nation removing statues of historical figures during nationwide racial protests, the city got ahead of it and removed the Columbus statue in the summer of 2020. We also wanted to make sure that we put something up because it wasn't just about removing things, it's also about representing the wholeness and fullness of history, Baraka said. And so we wanted to do that in Newark and be one of the first folks to put something up in place of statues that were taken down. The multisensory exhibit offers viewers a new take on historic monuments with partnership with Audible, providing an auditory experience in addition to visual and touch. That is very, very nice. Do we see that there? And Harriet Tubman, as we know, is to replace Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill. That is another thing that's going to be coming. Harriet Tubman, there's going to be a whole Harriet Tubman movement, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
I like it.
Replace every Columbus and all of them other white men with Harriet Tubman and Sojourner Truth and Coretta Sauce King and all kind of things. Yeah, put that in there real quick.
Yeah, I see that. I see what you did there.
This is it right.
Go ahead, let's see.
Ew, Pastor Troy.
That's very pretty.
That
and
is.
It makes sense. Let's make it big.
I could tell it's her.
Can you make it big?
I could tell it's her. And then there's a little piece on the top too. It's a little wired frame. It's like a shadow that they're saying of her casted out into the fields.
I like that. It makes
It's
sense.
simple.
It's
I like
beautiful.
it.
You can tell what it is.
Yeah.
You don't have to interpret it. Yeah, I like that wire thing at the top. They have a night picture of it. Shadow of a face sits in the town's newly created arts. It's beautiful. It's very, very pretty. And it makes sense. And I like that. Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Our Harriet Tubman statue is a whole statue of her whole body standing up down in the South End. Conviction has been vacated for a man wrongfully imprisoned due to a photo lineup mistake. He says that he's waited a long time. Can you believe that?
I don't want to. I can't.
A photo lineup mistake? Nope. I'm always like, I couldn't pick them up in a lineup.
Me either. Because I just feel like that's not okay. Ooh, was that the mistake? Because that is terrible.
Let me see the mistake.
This the man.
I lost it. There's so many things open over here. What's going on?
How much do he get? What is he suing for? That's the only part that I want you to read.
Oh, so it says that A deceptive photo lineup helped imprison a man for 18 years. 18 years for a fatal shooting he did not commit in Brooklyn. On Thursday, he walked free after a judge vacated the conviction and dismissed the indictment. Sheldon Thomas, 35, was convicted of a 2004 murder in Brooklyn's East Flatbush neighborhood. He was arrested based on a witness identification of a different person with the same name who lived in the same precinct. A mistake that was first concealed and then explained away during the proceedings. That's no. I hope he sues the person, sues the city, sues everything, gets all the money, because that is crazy. So it was a murder of a 14-year-old whose true killer remains unknown. At this time, they really had the wrong person. All this time, they really had the wrong person. The real people are still out there. So sad to say.
Making the same sounds that the house across the street made before it started coming.
Oh, just go ahead.
Oh, I thought that was the story. Sorry.
No, this is you want to go to the story now?
Yeah. Yes, please.
All right, here you go.
I waited a long time for this day to happen, and it's so many times when I was in my cell, I would think of this moment and replay conversations that I've had with myself, what I would say, who would be there, and right now I'm speechless.
There are no winners here. He spent nearly 19 years in state prison. There's still a 14-year-old boy who lost his life in December of 2004. So no winners, but there were a lot of lessons that I think we learned from this case. And this is a prime example of why the Conviction Review Unit was established, to go back and correct miscarriages of justice.
That's awful.
Wow.
That's very awful.
Yeah. Just yesterday, there was a gentleman from Boston that was released in jail. That was he served 28 years for a crime that he didn't commit.
For a crime that he did not
commit. He was
commit.
just released yesterday. So now he's going through his exoneration process.
I'd be mad about it, boy.
Yeah,
mad about it.
Yeah, that is just so awful. And he was a young man when he went in, because he doesn't look that old now. So how old was he when he went in? It doesn't. I can't find that in the article. It's quite a long article, but that is just awful. I feel awful for him, because what is his life now? You know what I mean? Like it's just not the same.
Nothing.
It's just not. It's not fair. That's really unfair. That's a horrible story. And then last story. There's been a 14-year-old was killed. Yeti has recalled. Oh, that's gone. So yeah, that's it. That's the news. That's all I got.
All right. So I'll just read down the headlines. Glorilla and finesse 2 times. 3rd victim dead from concert.
Damn.
So she had a concert a little while ago, and 3 people died in it.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. She said that she didn't know anything about it until after the concert. But that's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to a concert and die.
Yeah. What was it? It was a stampede or something? People were running out?
It
was stampede.
Oh, stampede.
Yeah. It says that I guess people started black people start running.
What
Everybody
show
run.
is? Oh, in Harlem. Yeah.
They just started running with her. So a 3rd concert goer has died following a massive confusion after Glorilla and Finesse 2 times recent show in Rochester, New York, and now it appears that the venue will be the last event ever. That event will be the last one at that venue.
I mean, 3 dead inside of a venue after a concert.
Yeah.
Clearly, everything was wrong there.
Yeah, 35-year-old Aisha Stevens died Wednesday night. She'd been critically injured at the Main Street Armory concert after fans mistook loud sounds for gunshots and bolted for the door in unison.
See, that's why unless you at a Caribbean party, I don't want to hear no gunshots.
No.
In any of the music, I don't want to hear no whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's even like if you're driving like long distance and you put on Caribbean music and it whoop whoop, I always feel like I'm getting pulled over.
Always.
It just be the things that they use.
Yep.
But that's not. Is that common in regular music, American music too?
I don't think so.
It's like sound effects and stuff.
I don't feel like the gunshots. Yeah. They might be doing a little.
You have DJs and stuff that hit the sound effects, gunshot sound effects and stuff.
I don't want to.
Don't do it. It's scary.
It's
Not in
scary.
this day and time.
Yeah. There were 2 other women that succumbed to their injuries from that, Rondisha Belton and Brandy Miller. And they also died as a result of this stampede. Glorilla made a statement. She said, "I'm just now hearing about what happened. WTF, praying everybody is okay." And I don't know if they've made, that was right after everything happened. I don't know if there's been any more statements, but yes, third victim now has died.
That's terrible. Actor Mike Epps apologizes for TSA after seizing a gun at the airport.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Don't bring a gun to
It
the
was a
airport.
loaded gun, wasn't it?
This is stupid.
Yeah.
I hate stories like that. It's stupid.
Yeah.
50 Cent is developing Vice City series unrelated to GTA video game. Oh, I'll watch it. I want anything that 50 Cent has.
50 made great TV.
Nick Cannon's Who's Having My Baby trailer was pranked for another show. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's funny having all of these unfatherless children out here in the world.
It was a prank that he did. Who's Having My Baby? Can we see that?
Nick Cannon has cleared the air over his new show, Who's Having My Baby, revealing it was a prank for another show he has in the works with Kevin Hart, and they prank each other all the time. So
I don't see the thing here.
It's a celebrity prank wars. Going too far is just the beginning.
Yes,
It's just they've been pranking each other, delivering llamas and randomness to each other's house and condoms and all kind of stuff. Snoop Dogg strikes deal to release new album and Death Row catalog. Okay. Snoopy, this Snoop D-O-double-G. He got time for that? Snoopity. Do he got time for that? I feel like Snoop Dogg has a lot going on right now.
Snoop got all the time.
Snoop owns Death Row.
I know, but he
owns Death Row now?
He's the owner of Death Row, and he also recorded all his music, so now he officially owns his masters.
Good
it takes
for you,
35 years for you
to own your masters?
To re-record everything, re-record.
So he's re-recording his old music?
In order for you to get your masters back, you have to re-record them, everything. And yes, so now that he is the owner, is the CEO of Death Row, he also has his masters back. He also did some of the songs, Doggy Style, I believe he recorded fully. So
I feel like I'm not saying that he has time. Like I feel like he's doing so many things. Like he's sports commentating, he's movieing, he's businessing. He got so much going. Yeah, he got a sketch line.
Yep.
He got chips. He got doggy treats. He got cannabis things.
Snoop?
He got everything. I'm gonna buy it.
The OGs.
Yeah.
Skechers is a good sneaker.
See, that's the problem with you black folk. Y'all don't want to. So y'all only want Adidas because Kanye. But Snoop Dogg, who's unproblematic, you don't want to buy Skechers.
Them white stoners are gonna buy those. The white stoners.
I think old black people, them guys who stand outside in Nubian Square is gonna have on the Skechers. That's what I think.
Hey you. They look nice,
did
Tristan.
You guys see? Did you guys know Umi and the Hellcat?
No.
So there's a YouTube content creator. Remember, we were talking about a gentleman that was doing his own cable company. You guys remember?
No.
Okay, well, there was a guy that was doing his own cable company, and he has now been sentenced to 5.5 years in jail. Umi and the Hellcat. Everybody knows him. He's a notorious YouTuber. He did $30 million in scams versus so basically what he was doing was he was bootlegging cable and selling it to the hood.
Oh, good for him.
He had a whole bunch of subscribers, was raking in $30 million, and now he's been sentenced to jail.
Okay, Tristan, you got a point here.
What?
They're not. Nobody's gonna buy these sneakers.
Oh yeah, the Skechers.
They're slip-ins.
Oh yeah, they're slip-ins.
Slip-ins. I'm about to get some for CK so he can stop walking around with his shoe unlaced. A little slip-in sneaker. That is nice.
Didn't Lamar Whitehead, the Brooklyn pastor, was in the news again yesterday? He got more charges, I think, yesterday for being fraudulent and all of that. So, to hell with him.
I'm definitely getting some slip-in Skechers.
But wait, I want to finish the story for Umi real quick. I want to just show you guys this is. Check his Instagram out. This is Umi's Instagram. These are all his cars and stuff.
Wow.
You don't know the guy?
No.
Well, yeah, this is him.
What did he do?
Everything gone. He did his own cable scheme. He had his own cable scheme.
Oh,
where
did he
was
just get arrested or something like
selling
that?
cable to the hood, and he got arrested and now he has he's going to jail for 5.5 years.
Yep.
$30 million he has to pay back in restitution. Actually, I think it's 10. But yeah, got bopped.
And he got his own sneakers. Them sneakers look like them cool guys. It's weird.
All right, we're going to switch the beat a little bit, and we're going to get into our email bag, and we're going to give out some advice to somebody who needs some relationship advice. I'm going to tone it down for the end of the program so we can leave on a funner note. All right, here it is. You want to read it, girl?
Send it at me. Let me see what it says. Here we go. Here, dear Spark FM, I've been with my partner for 8 years. We will call him T. About 2 years ago, we went through a rough patch and our relationship really suffered. Anyways, I ended up meeting another guy. We will call him M. Me and M ended up becoming good friends, and one thing led to another. We ended up sleeping together. I told T about it, even packed up and left, and he begged me to come back, and I did. I kept my friendship with M, occasionally sleeping with him, but it's been going on for a bit for over 12 months. T ended up proposing to me, and now I've realized I have feelings for M.
T is the first one?
T is the first one.
Okay.
T ended up proposing to me, and now I've realized I have feelings for M, and I want to be with M. M makes it clear he doesn't want a relationship. He only wants a friendship and casual sex, and pointed out to me we have a 20-year age gap. He also gives me false hope that maybe one day it could be a relationship. Now I'm confused and don't know what to do. Do I tell T I'm still seeing M? Do I leave and forget them both? Or do I just keep doing what I'm doing, knowing someone, if not all of us, will end up hurt?
What is the question?
Which one is A and which one is B?
T and M.
T is the guy that she was with for all this time.
Mm-hmm.
When T started acting up and she was getting ready to leave, she met M and they became friends.
Okay.
So Thomas is who she's always been with. Mario is who she met.
Okay, good.
Right.
But Mario don't want nothing.
Mario don't want nothing.
And Mario is 20 years younger than her?
There's a 20-year age difference. It doesn't say above or beyond. Above or below.
Mm-hmm.
So Thomas has just proposed to her because she left after she admitted to Thomas that she cheated on him with Mario. Thomas has just proposed to her. And now she's thinking that she has feelings for Mario. She's not sure she wants.
So she don't want to be with the man that wants her.
No.
She wants to be with the man that she has more connection to, but just wants the sex.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Right.
But he don't want it.
But he told her he doesn't want a relationship. He just wants a casual friendship. But he's giving her hope that maybe one day they could be in a relationship.
Oh, breadcrumbing.
Right.
Yeah,
so she wants to know, what should she do? Should she leave them both alone?
Yes.
Should she be with one or the other, or just keep on get engaged to Thomas, start planning a wedding, but still have feelings for Mario and effing him on the side?
Oh.
And then eventually,
keep on moving.
Yeah.
Oh.
Keep it trucking.
Keep on moving.
So
don't
basically,
stop.
this is what I have to say. Do it all, girl.
Yeah.
Just do them all. Because Thomas don't want to leave her. Didn't she threaten to leave Thomas already? And he was
She
like,
left him. She told him that she slept with Mario and she left him.
So
And
Thomas is still accepting her, but Thomas seems like
he
he's
made her
open
come
to.
back.
Thomas seems like he's open to an open relationship,
Because he just wants to be
Thomas sound like a sucker.
like a simp.
Poor Thomas.
Shakay says leave both of them alone because she's not happy either way. Tell her call Pastor Troy for counseling. Shut up. As long as they are all knowledgeable of each other, it seems that's where I am right now. I feel like she needs to man up and sit down and have a conversation with all of them. You don't have to do it together. Just be like, hey, Thomas, Mario over here loves me. And are you okay with that? And depending on what he says, then you go upon there. I would shoot for the stars. I would shoot for the moon. And if I fail, I'll still be among the stars.
I think I agree with Jess. She needs to leave them both alone. Feelings is something that you don't want to play with people. People tend to addict these days, and you could get yourself killed. And so leave all of them alone and just go find you a whole new roster.
On to that, though, there was another question that came up in this. If you had been cheated on, would you want to know? And if so, how would you want your significant other to tell you?
You better tell mine.
What would you say? Well, how would you want him to do? In a text message?
Tell me straight up to my face.
Why?
What if you get punched?
Why do you want to know?
What if I get punched?
Yeah.
How would I get punched?
Because you said that you going up to your woman and saying, "Hey, baby,
If
I just want you to know."
she cheated on me, and I want her
Oh,
to
you
tell
want
me.
her
You
to
said
tell?
what you-
Oh, yeah.
that's
I
what
thought
you
I was
said.
switching it the other way. See
Yeah,
how
that's
I
what you
am?
said.
You see how I automatically blamed a man? That's terrible. That's terrible.
Why would you want to know, though?
That if you were
Why
cheated
wouldn't
on?
I want to know? I want to know so I could make my decisions and know what I got to do.
Yeah. Why
next.
wouldn't you want to know?
I want to know if
I personally do not want to know.
No, but you just said, why wouldn't you want to know? I don't
No,
wanna know.
yeah, because remember the same thing. Like if you had an envelope, whether you would want to be tell the truth or just be left alone. I don't want to know. I think the worst part in cheating is the fact that people don't feel like they're blindsided and it's embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So I feel like if you just keep your shit under wraps, I wouldn't have to know.
Yeah, I don't want to know, and don't let me find out.
Yeah.
Because that's the worst part for me.
Embarrassing.
Is to find out. I don't want that.
And not finding out in a sloppy ass way too.
Right.
Like I saw her, she didn't have no respect in calling you at 3 a.m. while we sleeping naked.
Right.
Terrible.
As long as it don't come in my face. Somebody said, Shanae said, I want to know, tell me to my face, because let me find out I'm calling my cousins.
Don't call me Shanae. I'm not coming to fight them. You got to let that one go.
I'm going to come look.
I'm going to come console you.
Luanda says, I want to know so I'm not finding out another way. That's how I feel. That finding out. It's safer to know for health reasons. She's gonna get someone. Also, she's gonna get someone killed. Yeah, I think that in this situation, honey, do yourself a favor. There's too much invested in this. Let it all go and go get you a new situation because nobody wins in this, and especially you. And you could.
She's
really
not
find
winning
hurt.
at all
Yeah.
because the one man that she wants to be with doesn't want to be with her.
Right.
And the man that wants to be with her, she don't really care or respect. So.
And I wish that women would. There's a lot of women who like to hold on to things.
Insipidly.
And after this man says to you, I don't want a relationship with you, sometimes you gotta let it go. Sometimes you gotta let it go.
And go to the or just keep with the one that wants you.
Yeah.
He wants you after he told you he cheated. He wants you.
Yeah.
Stick with him or just don't be with nobody and just have your relations with everybody.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just tell the people you polyamorous.
Why you have to be in a relationship? You don't have to be in a relationship.
You don't.
Just do your thing, you know?
And be respectful and safe.
But if you want to be in a relationship, then be in a relationship. Don't like you got to decide what it is that you want, honey. You can't be doing all the things at one time. Either you want to be in a relationship or you don't want to be in a relationship.
And that's all.
You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That's not okay.
Can you not? My college roommate found out of a secret stepsister and had to take a semester off.
What does that mean?
What does that mean, Schneider? People are selfish. They want it
all. Oh, like you got to tell me that you cheated. Okay.
What do you mean?
Like we're saying, tell me so I don't have to find out in a different way. Mm-hmm. So what he's saying is his college roommate found out that the father or the mother stepped out and they had a secret stepsister. Mm. And so then they had to take a semester off because it was so devastating. So yeah, to find out that you were cheated on, that's crazy. But yeah, I just, decide what it is that you want. Do you want to be in a relationship? If you want to be in a relationship, Miss Girl, it sounds like
Miss Lady.
T is offering you the things that you want and longevity. But if you just want to be messing around with somebody, then yeah, do that. Mess around.
Mess around, child.
But also remember, the more you mess around, the more you find out.
Hello. We'll round it off with 6 brown chicks. This is the things that are just wild, and there is really no advice you can give to anybody. It's just hearing it and how we end our day. I listened to my wife's calls because she lies. I overheard her planning an orgy. So I crashed her event. She accused me of being abusive and controlling. I was beaten and sexually spanked by 2 naked men. I hate my wife, but I don't want to fail in marriage. Wow. Any advice?
It's already failed, honey.
Why?
You got sexually assaulted at an orgy. That is crazy.
I mean, it's failed. It's failed. There's
error.
Yeah, there's
flag on the play.
There's some irreconcilable differences there in that, and so you got to move on. You go and find if you want to have a successful marriage. It's not this one. You're gonna have to find another one.
This is not the one.
This
expired.
ain't it. Yeah, this ain't it.
Question.
I thought, and that went differently because I thought that he was gonna say I was spanked by 2 naked men and I liked it. How do I, whatever, but he didn't say that.
They actually said they came back with a re-up. We listened to the wife's orgy planning recording. It's bad. Sis had it organized by couple and penis performance from a previous event. Hubby thought she was trolling him until he showed up. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, is that bad or is that just really organized?
It's very organized crime. She's part of a cartel, a sex cartel.
Yeah, And good for her. I mean, I'm sure she'll issue him a handwritten apology letter, and then he will,
turn over 5 of the people.
Right. Go and find. I mean, in that situation, they would love to be bound and gagged and laid on their on their thing with somebody over them, hitting on them. So.
Question 2. My man attends B-Day parties and dental appointments for his ex's child, not his. He ignores my toddler, also not his. I confronted his ex. She says they're not intimate, but why you jealous of my 3-year-old? I want to give him a baby, but he won't let me. Help. Girl, what?
Why?
What?
Why?
What?
So, but why is she jealous of the 3-year-old? Why are you jealous of the 3-year-old?
Question.
For real. I mean, that's not. He obviously had some investment into that child's life because he probably had been there from the time the child was very young and regards the child to be as his. Your child is not his. He doesn't have that same relationship with that child. And that's not something that you can be upset with him about.
And why the hell you confront his ex?
Why you confront her? Yeah.
Yeah, why you confront her?
Because he's doing something for the child. You feel like they must be sleeping together?
What did that conversation go like?
Right. I don't know.
Hey, why he do so much for your kid and not for mine?
Yeah.
Girl, bye.
Yeah. And I would have been like, what? You come to check me about what he does for my 3-year-old? Like, why are you jealous of my 3-year-old?
Haul out on my face. Question 3. Juice lived in my house rent-free for 3 months. Sex, drinks, and jerk chicken almost every night.
That's too much. You did too much.
He promised to divorce his wife after he got his tax refund, but he spent it all on her bills and gifts. She let him go back home. I'm broken. I can't heal. Some advice.
You're broken. You're broken and can't heal. You did that to yourself. What you making jerk chicken every night for? Jerk chicken ain't no easy thing to make.
Rent free.
For
3 months, plus sex, plus drinks, and jerk chicken.
She did the most. You did the most and got the least.
Yeah.
You gave him your face to kiss.
Who are these people?
Twitter people.
Jesus.
You gave him your lips to kiss and he offered his ass, and look now. That's your fault. Go on about your life.
Question number 4. Dating a petite bipolar on med sister from
Why?
Philly.
Leave me alone. Oh, where's she from?
From Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's not me.
My landlord increased my rent, and I said I fantasize about burning down his crib. Her, what's his address? Me, what you gonna do? Her, amateurs talk tactics, pros discuss logistics. I'm afraid what to do. Oh, she's crazy.
Listen, that story, you know what? Now that I think about my life, I should have known that something would have happened in this situation. I remember, I don't know if I should say this on the radio.
Tell us everything.
I remember there was a woman who was bothering my roommate and myself. And so we spoke to one of our, in conversation, we mentioned to one of our friends, this chick is really bothering us and whatever. And our roommate was like, oh yeah. And our friend was like, oh yeah. And we were like, yeah. So we went on a trip, and when we came back, she picked us up from the airport and she was like, y'all, I did it. And we were like, you did what? And when we got back, we heard about how she had destroyed this woman's car while we were away.
Yes, I remember that.
That girl went on to have a very interesting life.
After that. Yes.
And so, you got to be careful who you talk to.
But I
about what you talk to them about.
And I like this. I feel like I should send this over to the clergy in Boston. Amateurs talk tactics.
Yeah.
Pros discuss logistics.
Yeah.
And we got to stop talking tactics and start discussing some logistics.
Yes, I agree.
We got 2 more.
More.
Marshall said he didn't want more kids, his girlfriend is pregnant now. I didn't think he meant he didn't want our kid. I told him I was on birth control, but I lied. I got pregnant. He said, don't call him again until I abort. Why? I know he loves me more than his girlfriend.
No, he probably does, but he don't love that baby.
And that's 2 babies that now he has to take care of in this meantime. And you kind of gave him more than he can handle.
Y'all women got to listen. And this goes back to that guy who's on the internet talking about how he has the 7 babies with the 7 babies' mothers.
That should have been the question. We're going to discuss that one on next Friday.
That is just, these guys, It's such a fine line to say what it is. Women, if a man tells you that he does not want a child and then you get pregnant, you kind of got to take that L and raise that child on your own. You can't
take
force,
him to court.
Right, and then take him to court. You can't force these men to be fathers if they don't want to be. And it is both of your responsibilities in the situation.
Yeah.
You know, it's both of your responsibilities. It's very, very hard.
You
And I
gonna
think
take
it's
the man
very,
to court who said he didn't want to have a baby?
He shouldn't have
yeah,
he should have worn a
'cause he should have worn a condom. He should have worn a condom. That's like
She should have been
you
on
know,
birth control.
you shoot a gun at
Why
somebody.
she ain't wear a condom?
I shot the gun, but I didn't know it had a bullet in
Why
it.
she ain't wear the condom?
Why he didn't ask her to?
Right.
If he didn't want no children, he should have been on birth control.
What if she raped him?
That's like, Tristan, that's literally like saying,
What if she raped him?
I shot this gun at you, but I didn't know it had a bullet in it. That's literally what that is.
Yeah.
No, you.
If you don't want to have a baby, you need to take your proper precautions to make sure that you are preventing having a baby.
Tried to pull out and she said,
Then
birth control is not only a woman's responsibility, and that's the thing, is that a lot of it's become that, but it's not only a woman's responsibility when it comes down to it. Men have to be equally as responsible for this for birth control. Like, you can't just be in there shooting up the club and having a good time and then not
Shooting it
thinking
up.
that you got.
He
not
said
gonna
that. I'm
catch a
mad that
body.
we didn't that I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah.
That wasn't a submission, but that will be discussed next week because that's crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And last but not least, my wife and I struggled with cocaine and meth for 5 years. By God's grace, she's been clean for 2 months. I'm working on it. But I miss the things we did when we were high. How to convince her to do meth with me on the weekends. Jeez. I'm not evil, by the way. I just miss my fun wife.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to close the laptop.
Man, no play them thing there.
I'm not quite sure what to... Maybe y'all can visit a nice dispensary and get a good strain of sativa or something like that. Because I don't think that the meth should be what you want. I miss my meth wife.
How do I get her to just do drugs with me on the weekend?
Just on the weekend. I miss my meth wife. Honestly, come on now. What did Jenna say? Jenna said, truly men have control. Women can't help but drop fertile eggs. Men can control the ejaculation. I'm just saying. Jenna. That's true. Y'all better...
I low-key want to bring that up right now.
Go ahead, y'all. I was about to say, y'all better practice that tantric thing, or what is it called? What is it called? Sperm retention?
Yeah, no, ejaculation retention.
What is that?
That's when you just don't, you have to have control over your body and you have to choose not to ejaculate.
That's some old meditative state type. What is that? Is that even tantric?
You got to be, because they say, like, all the successful people say that when you can separate sex from life, then you are in a clearer headspace, less stress, and all those things. So when you practice that shows a higher form of meditation almost.
So you've achieved a new Zen. Yes. I don't think you're supposed to do that if you're a Christian. Ejaculation. But yeah, that's a deep subject, and we can go on about that and talk about that for a little. Semen retention, yeah.
It is semen retention. Throughout history, men have always sought out new ways to improve their overall health. One technique that has been used since ancient times is semen retention, which is the practice of intentionally abstaining from ejaculation. Semen retention, which has been documented in many cultures, has been associated with both physical and mental wellness. One well-known example is tantric sex, which encourages men to abstain from ejaculation in order to connect with their partner on a deeply intimate level and experience a more profound sense of pleasure.
Is it a profound sense of pleasure, or does your head feel like it's about to pop off?
Maybe at first, but then after a while you get used to it and you can really kind of control your body.
Why would you want to do that? Let me tell you something. Whoever I'm dealing with, don't be practicing no semen retention. You let that go.
You know what it is? It's really, really terrible for your female ego.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Men think that, like, sex is only about them and that you want to make her do this and you want to do that. Nah. We want to see you guys happy and get off and stuff like that, too. So don't be over here retenting.
Right.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You mean I've been through this for all 17 minutes and you still retaining?
17?
Get out of here.
Still 17?
I don't know.
Ain't nobody got
You got a
time for
good
that.
9 out of me, and then it's time for a nap.
Generous. I was being generous.
Semen retention cannot lead to prostate cancer, Shanae.
I think it can.
Heads up, every time, for my fellas out there, every time we release and every time we ejaculate, we lose a little bit of zinc. So we should be taking some zinc pills to make sure, because if we don't take the zinc pills, it could lead to prostate cancer and some more things too.
And also, y'all got to go and get your prostate checked by your doctors and go visit them. Go visit the hospital and have the PCP that everybody should have, make you cough, and check your anus as well to make sure that everything in there, your colon, is nice too. Don't be afraid of it, because that's how men don't find out about this kind of stuff until it's too late.
Yeah.
Go and get your checkups.
Go and get your checkup.
And check
my
in.
tea got zinc in it right now. It's raspberry leaf.
Okay,
tea with a little
sperm
zinc.
count,
So
I
you
hear
know my
you.
sperm count is good and my prostate is nice too. You want to touch it? Don't touch my prostate.
Wow.
Don't touch my prostate.
Wow.
That sounds like a good podcast.
Don't touch my prostate. Oh, gosh. Anyhow,
Oh,
listen,
Father.
y'all. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other, because there's a lot of wild stuff happening out there in the world. And you got to be careful, because nobody's going to look out for you like you.
Yeah.
Attend the brunch on Sunday. Do yourself a favor. Go down, check out Super Bones and Friends down there at
But
the
what if you don't eat lobster?
Sunday Best. There's other things to eat there too. And Lobster Kings makes more than lobster dishes. They had that delicious macaroni and cheese and sweet potato egg roll that I had the other day. Oh, it was so nice. But anyhow, take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. Drink responsibly, and act responsibly too.
Yes, do
The
that.
things that I've got to say. That's me. That's my sign off. What advice do you have for the people?
For my advice is, I want you guys to go out and be fruitful. Stop multiplying. There's a lot that we need to fix before we can add more people to this world.
Yes.
Hello.
That's the truth. Triz.
With that said, oh yes, Triz.
I have to make you feel it. Just have to make you feel it.
You ain't got no advice for people. Just feel it.
Spark FM
Walk up and
online
wine all weekend long.
Walk up and wine. Spark FM online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We got lots more programming coming up. You know, the weekends is where we get crunk, where you take off our shirts and have a good time. Tune in to Spark FM all weekend. Yes, she do. And we're going to take it off with her.
All right.
With that said, people, we are officially out of here. See you later.
I was feeling it when I get lost. Sandra, select choice.
You're listening to Spark FM
Turn it on. Turn it up.
SparkFMOnline.com.